Grading every SEC team's offseason, today we got Alabama. Alabama retained a lot of players, as they are 6th in returning production, and they went out and got the 3rd best recruiting class in the nation and the 11th best transfer class in the SEC. Taking a look at the offense, it was pretty solid last year, ranking 5th in points per game. They relied very heavily on the run, as they were 2nd in rushing yards per game, and a lot of that was thanks to Jam Miller, their leading rusher last year, and someone who looks to have a breakout season. They did lose Justice Hayes and Jalen Milroe though, 2 very big parts of this run game, so they're definitely going to transition to a pass-first team this year, which is expected considering how good this receiving room is, as they got Ryan Williams and Jermaine Bernard back, and they also got Isaiah Horton in the portal. They also reloaded this tight end room and got 3 players in the portal, so this passing attack should be pretty good. At quarterback, they're rolling with Ty Simpson. He's a very different player than Jalen Milroe, more of a pocket passer, but he should be a great fit with all the players he has around him. The O-line will be very experienced this year, as they have 3 starters coming back, and they also got Cam Dewelberry in the portal, so they should be a pretty solid group. Taking a look at the defense, it was pretty solid last year, ranking 4th in opponent score percentage, and they were good about getting off the field, as they had the 15th best third down percentage. The front 7 is returning a lot of starters from last year, as they were very young and they weren't as good as Alabama usually is, as they had the 2nd worst sack percentage and the 4th worst tackle for loss percentage. But this front 7 is expected to be pretty good this year, as they did lose a lot of depth, but most of the starters are still there, and they recruited some pretty talented players. In the secondary, they lost some starters, but they retained some key pieces, which made the secondary pretty good last year, as they were 5th in turnover worthy play percentage. But the secondary is not as deep as you would like, as they lost a lot of players in the portal, but they got Cameron Calhoun from Utah and 2 5-star cornerbacks in the recruiting class, so the secondary should still be very talented. But overall, Alabama had an elite recruiting class. They arguably built the most talented roster in college football this year, and they have an elite receiving core. The only thing I can knock them on is losing a lot of depth in the portal, but it's not that big a deal, as most of those players didn't play very much. But overall, I'm gonna give them an A-, one of the best when it comes to building through the recruiting class, and should be one of the favorites to win the whole thing. That's all I got. Let me know what y'all think, and comment what team I should do next.